Well, good day! So, it's been a while since I've done a failed TV pilot episode, so I'm gonna go ahead and do just that! The subject of today's video is the 1967 Wonder Woman short little TV pilot that somehow didn't get produced into a series, and we'll try to figure out why it wasn't based on all these little different points of view here. So, let's get to it! Alright, let's go! Alright, so we start off inside Diana Prince's mother's house, where we see Diana Prince reading a newspaper on the couch. And golly gee, she is such a klutz that she even falls off the couch while reading a newspaper. Oh my god, I hope this isn't supposed to be the funniest thing that happened in this pilot. But let's trudge forward and find out. So, we notice that it's raining cats and dogs outside, and this completely stresses Diana out because she realizes that her love interest and military pilot, Steve Trevor, is grounded, and he's like not flying anywhere in this weather, so she has to go save him. Like, what? Save him from the rain? From not flying? Like, I'm pretty sure dude is hanging out at the military base chilling in the pilot's lounge watching Gilligan's Island or something, man. Like, pretty sure he's fine. Unless he's allergic to rain, I don't know. But Diana's mother steps in the room and she tries to get Diana to eat her supper. You know, because she needs to keep her strength up. Not like she's the most powerful woman on the planet or anything, no. But Diana needs to get out and save the world because the world needs Wonder Woman. But, you know, again, save them from what? Like, why are they beating this pointless dead horse? I don't get it. Anywho. And it's at this point that Diana's mother goes in nagging hyperdrive kind of mode and getting on Diana's case, you know, because why is she still single? Why hasn't she settled down and had kids? Everyone else has done that, apparently. Doesn't Diana know how horrible that is for a mother to have a child that's not dating anyone? Like, this actually got dragged out for quite some time. But eventually, Diana breaks free from her mother and is able to change into Wonder Woman. Her costume change happens by walking through a spinning wall, which is pretty convenient. And after she's in her Wonder Woman uniform, she spends like way too much time admiring herself in the mirror, like over obsessively. I guess, you know, we all kind of do that from time to time, but at this level, probably not. Anywho, now that she's satisfied with self-infatuation, she gets outside of the house and flies off to, you know, honestly, I don't know. To help Steve, right? Like with his flying in the rain or something? You know, honestly, man, I don't know and I don't care. Either way you look at it, though, that is the end of this tale. Great Hera, that was terrible. I usually really try not to get like overly negative and just, you know, kind of complaining about something that I just watched. But this one, man, like, oh, it was just a cringe fest from beginning to end. Which is terrible, man, because we're talking about one of the most iconic and popular characters in comic book history, man. Woman? So at DC Comics, man, the big three characters that really run the show there are Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman, right? They're the freaking trilogy of the whole comic book company. In the 1950s, you had a really successful Superman show. In the 1960s, at around the same time this pilot was made, you had a really successful Batman show. So it did make total sense to have, you know, a Wonder Woman television show, right? And the answer is yes. Except the way they went about it in this pilot. So this pilot was created by the same creative team that created the Batman television show. So the Batman show is intended to be a self-spoofing, self-parody of a comic book kind of a show. Like, it's meant to be a comedy, right? But they have enough seriousness in the show to make it endearing to the fans, right? So, whereas with this Wonder Woman show, they kinda went in that same direction, but really turned the comedy and the ridiculousness on full blast. Like, Diana Prince was reduced to this really clumsy, kind of silly character who was getting incredibly smothered by her mother, and they're really hammering down on the silliness of Diana and like how she's kind of supposed to be a hero, but she's really not taken seriously by herself or even her mom. So the optimist in me is like, well, you know, is this thing salvageable? Is there anything they could have done to make this kind of more successful? I think maybe you kind of could. So maybe if you replace the Wonder Woman character with Wonder Girl, not necessarily Donna Troy, maybe like a younger version of Diana Prince with her first foray into the world of man, that might kind of work. You know, having an overprotective, over-smothering kind of mother in that scenario might make more sense because this is a younger person who's, you know, learning things for the first time about things, right? That could kind of work. Maybe Diana could have figured out that Ares or some other, you know, god kind of created this thunderstorm for some nefarious reason and she had to go stop it. Like, you don't have to see this other character, you know, but at least have some kind of meat behind what she's doing instead of just like, I have to save the world because reasons which I can't give, you know? And this story was so bad, I almost want to find out what would have happened in a second episode when she would have ran into Steve Trevor and like, what could they possibly do that would have been remotely interesting when they met together and like, I'm here to save you from the rainstorm. Cool, thanks babe. Alright. But yeah, if we want to dig a little deeper into how things got all put together on this pilot and whatnot, let's go check it out here now. Yeah. So let's go back a little bit further, you know, to how this pilot got made. So, you know, you got the super successful Batman show in 1966 there. So good, in fact, that Batman producer William Dozier had attempted to make a spin-off series. So in 1967, he did make a 7-minute short pilot for a Batgirl TV series. 20th Century Fox, which made the Batman show, liked it mostly, but not enough for Batgirl to have her own series. They just incorporated Batgirl into season 3 of Batman, so somewhat of a success. So with that, William Dozier figured, you know what, I'll try another show with another female character, which again, not a bad idea, just a damn script. Oh geez, eh? So same kind of thing as the Batman show, just much more campier, cheesier, sillier, and didn't get made as a series, and for good reason, because this wasn't good. And it's quite more than likely that this Wonder Woman pilot was also heavily influenced by another superhero show in the 1960s, the show called Captain Nice. In that show, our main hero, Captain Nice, was a dork, a clumsy character, kind of a comedy routine in himself, and was an absolute mama's boy who did whatever mommy said. And with that premise, you can see quite a bit of a similarity with this Wonder Woman pilot, but you know, just in a gender-swapped version of it. So it is kind of hard to tell in the pilot that's been produced here because it's kind of fuzzy and kind of low clarity, you know, compared to HD TV nowadays. But the main character, Wonder Woman, Diana Prince, was portrayed by two different actors. The Diana Prince persona was played by Ellie Wood Walker, with her glasses, her hair kind of down, you know, looked kind of different from the Wonder Woman persona, which was portrayed by Linda Harrison. Well, her reflection in the mirror anyway. Either way, all a moot point because it never got made. But as is the way with television movies and all that other stuff, there were other attempted projects at making a Wonder Woman television series that did not really fly that much better either. So let's take a quick looky-loo at a couple of those. And we wouldn't have to wait really that much longer because in 1974 there was a made-for-television movie for Wonder Woman, which starred Kathy Lee Crosby as our main hero. Although, as you can tell by her costume, color of her hair, and all of that, even her powers, quite a bit of a departure from the main comic character, but still, you know, Wonder Woman. So, whereas this pilot did get produced and did get shown on television, wasn't quite strong enough, you know, for ABC to say, yeah, you know what, we're gonna make a TV series out of this. But hey, at least you got a Wonder Woman movie out of it, so you do get her in her own serious kind of feature. But this pilot was not a complete failure because the whole concept of having a Wonder Woman TV show was still on ABC's mind, and in 1975, they did indeed make a Wonder Woman Woman television series, which is the classic version of Wonder Woman as we know her from the comics, starring Linda Carter. In 2011, we did have another attempt at a Wonder Woman television series. This one was filmed, but was never shown, where Wonder Woman in this one was portrayed by Adrienne Palicki. A slight update to her costume, but still, pretty classic Wonder Woman, right? That could have been a pretty good one, but I do believe you can find bootlegs of this pilot, on the interwebs here, so if you want to take a gander at that, probably go ahead and do that. So with the character as popular as Wonder Woman, it's kind of surprising there hasn't really been that many other successful shows or movies with her. You had that made-for-TV movie that went nowhere. You had the TV series that was pretty iconic. We would have to wait until 2016 to see Wonder Woman again, starring Gal Gadot, when she first popped up in Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice, and she got her own standalone movie in 2017. She was also featured in the Justice League movie, the Justice League Zack Snyder cut, the Wonder Woman sequel called Wonder Woman 1984, and apparently Wonder Woman 3 has been announced. So Wonder Woman didn't have a whole lot of live action appearances for her fans to really kind of get excited about, but she was always around in the animated universe, back to the Super Friends, the DC animated universe from the 90s, and many other DC comic animated movies and stuff, but never really had her own show, except for, that one in the 70s, but was always part of somebody else's show. So it's good to see that she's finally getting some film series kind of going on, and yeah. So I guess other than that and all those other things, that's that. Right on, and there you go. So thanks for watching the video. I hope you liked it as much as I did making it. Also, feel free to check out the source material that I featured in this video. And if you want to leave a comment on anything you may have liked or things I might have missed in this, feel free to do so. Or anything else, just to say hi. That's cool too. And other than that, have a great day. Thanks.